Hi everybody, in this lesson I will help you understand how to represent fractions greater than 1 on a number line. So let's dive right in. In this first picture here we have a number line, and on the left end here we have the number 0, and then we have 1 over here, and then we have 2 over here, and the interval between 0 and 1 and the interval between 1 and 2, each of these unit intervals has been divided into 3 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, as we can see here. And this distance is also covered by this bar here, which has been divided into 3 equal parts. And similarly for the unit interval between 1 and 2, that's been divided into 3 equal parts on the number line and also 3 equal parts of the bar. So we've already learned earlier that these points here, we could represent this point as the fraction 1 over 3 and this one here as 2 over 3, and 0 would be then the fraction 0 over 3, and 1 here would be the whole fraction 3 over 3. Now what about this point over here? What would this point represent as a fraction? So between 0 and this point we have 4 of these parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, or we can also count them on the number line, 1, 2, 3, 4. And therefore, this point would represent the fraction 4 over 3. And similarly, this point would represent the fraction 5 over 3, because between 0 and this point we have 5 parts, 5 of the equal parts. So this would be the fraction 5 over 3. And then this point, which is 2, would actually be the fraction 6 over 3. So this is how we represent fractions that are greater than 1 on the number line. So this fraction 4 over 3, 5 over 3, 6 over 3, all these 3 fractions are fractions that are greater than 1, but they can be represented on the number line. Okay, what fractions do A and B show in this case? So we have 0 on the left end, we have 2 over here, and we have 1 over here. So we have the unit interval between 0 and 1 divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal parts. And similarly, the unit interval between 1 and 2 is also divided into 5 equal parts. Therefore, 0 is the fraction 0 over 5. This point 1 is the whole fraction 5 over 5. What do you think would point A represent as a fraction? What fraction is this? So from 0 to this point, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts, and therefore A is the improper fraction 7 over 5. What about point B? So for point B, we will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of the equal parts, and therefore point B would be the improper fraction 9 over 5. And this is in line with point 2 here being the improper fraction 10 over 5. Okay, let's keep going. What fraction does T show? So this point here, what fraction does it show? So let's look at the division. So between 0 and 1, this unit interval has been divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 equal parts. And similarly, the interval between 1 and 2 has been divided into 6 equal parts. Therefore, point 1 will be the whole fraction 6 over 6. What do you think will this point be? So this point will be 7 over 6. And what do you think will this point be? Point T, this will be 8 over 6. So 8 over 6 is our answer. Plot 7 over 4, 9 over 4 and 12 over 4. So we have the points 0, 1, 2, 3 marked already, and each of the unit intervals has been divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. Okay, so now we have to plot 7 over 4. So we will count 7 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this point here would be 7 over 4. Then we have to get to 9 over 4. So what do you think will 9 over 4 be? So this was 7 over 4. This point, which is 2, will be 8 over 4. And this point here will then be 9 over 4. And then finally we need 12 over 4. So this was 9 over 4. This would be 10 over 4. This would be 11 over 4. And this point here, which is 3, would be 12 over 4. So that's the answer to this question. What is the distance between Bob's house and Max's house? So we have a number line, and let's say this is the point 0, and then we have 1 mile, so this is 1, and then we have another mile, so let's call this 2, and then we have each of the unit intervals. So the distance between this point and this point can be divided into two equal parts. So from this point to this point, and then from this point to this point. And similarly, the distance between 1 and 2 can be divided into two equal parts corresponding to this point here. So we have each unit interval divided into two equal parts. Now it's asking what is the distance between Bob's house and Max's house. So Bob's house is over here and Max's house is over here. So how many parts between these 2 points? So we have 1, 2, 3. 3 parts. And remember, we were dividing each unit interval into two equal parts, and therefore this distance would be 3 over 2. So the improper fraction 3 over 2. So that's our answer, 3 over 2 miles. So that's how you represent improper fractions on the number line. I hope you understood the concept. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching.